Hey, it's Todd Edson, certified hypnotherapist, life coach, and founder of Realize Hypnosis in Scottsdale. Today, I want to talk about something that often comes up in therapy: childhood trauma, and why it sometimes seems like everything gets traced back to our parents. See, there's this stigma or stereotype that therapists always want to blame your parents for your problems. It's like everything that's wrong in your life must be because your mom or dad did something when you were a kid. I actually find it pretty hilarious. The reason I think it's so funny is because talk therapy isn't actually doing anything wrong. But by its nature, it makes it feel weird and awkward. I get it. Especially if you don't have any issues with your parents right now. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? But here's the thing. This isn't actually about placing blame. It's about finding something therapists call the Initial Sensitizing Event, or ISE. Think of it as the root cause of a particular emotion or reaction. It's often the first time you experienced that emotion, and yes, it's usually tied to something that happened when you were a kid, because childhood is when most of our emotional patterns are actually formed. Here's how it works. When you experience a strong emotion for the first time, your mind creates a connection, almost like planting a seed. Over time, life adds reinforcing events, similar situations or feelings, that make the reaction grow stronger and become more automatic. But at the core, it is that initial sensitizing event, the ISE. So, when therapists dig into your childhood, they're not saying everything is your parents' fault. They're just trying to help you identify and process that original experience. Because once you address the root cause, you can often resolve the emotions tied to it completely. And this is why hypnotherapy really shines. While traditional talk therapy can help, it often takes a lot of time and effort because you're working with your conscious mind. But the ISE isn't stored in your conscious mind. It's stored in your subconscious. That's why hypnotherapy is so effective. It allows us to tap directly into your subconscious and address that initial event quickly and effectively. In fact, removing a negative emotion tied to an ISE usually doesn't take more than one session with hypnotherapy. It's one of the first things I do with my clients because it can make such a huge difference in how they feel and how they respond to life in general. By directly accessing the subconscious, we can release that root cause, the ISE, and with it, the negative emotions tied to it. Once that's resolved, all those reinforcing events lose their power, and you can finally move forward without being held back by old emotional patterns. So if you're tired or feeling stuck or struggling with negative emotions, hypnotherapy could be the solution that you have been looking for. It's faster, more effective, and gets right to the root cause of the issue. If this resonates with you, reach out. I'd love to help you take that first step towards real emotional freedom. Schedule a complimentary strategy session right now. I look forward to connecting with you soon.